defensively? What sort of hole is going to be left without Jeff Green being available for game one?
We definitely, Jeff is a huge part of what we do. And we definitely don't miss him out there. But we looking forward to other guys stepping up and filling that role until he's ready. And that's what the playoffs is all about.
You've tasked yourself in the past with setting the defensive tone. You've said we can't just be good enough defensively. We need to aim for being really good defensively. What are you putting into your own mind of what you need to do here against a team that has the defensive discipline that the Bucks do?
I'll just play extremely hard every possession I'm out there and give them all. Execute the game plan. I mean, pretty simple when you think about it that way. Not overthink the situation, not put too much pressure on yourself. Just go out there and hoop. Something that we've been doing for our whole lives. So, if you execute the plan, you prepare the right way, just go out there and play.
Jared Greenberg with Turner.
Hey, Kevin, going back through your playoff history and knowing how much of a basketball fan you are and how much you appreciate the game, how much does it mean to you about some of the matchups that you've had over your career in the postseason, from, Kobe to Duncan, to, a couple of guys that are on your team now, and now having the opportunity to go up against a guy like Giannis, who's won the last 2 MVPs? What does that mean to you?
I mean, it's cool to compete against the best at this stage. It's part of the season. It's always fun challenging yourself against some of the best. And, these battles have made me a better player. Just raise my awareness out there on the court by playing against such great teams and also great players and coaches, So it's another opportunity to go out there and just enjoy the moment. I mean, every moment out there you get to play is incredible. So when you're out there with the best players in the world, MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years, it just makes it even better.
Christian Winfield with New York Daily News.
Hey, what's going on, Kevin? I feel like obviously a lot is going to be made in terms of the individual talent that both you guys and the Bucks have, but what's it going to take to deal with a team like Milwaukee that's just so connected on defense and just so, the way they play offense, they move that ball, they get you down low and they'll kick it out. They play a really sound game. What's it going to take to kind of slow them down on both ends?
Focus, just second and third efforts. You simplify it to that. We put ourselves in good position. For the most part, you go out there and cover for your teammates, play extremely hard every possession, keep the ball in front, do the basics, then you'll be all right. That's a good foundation if you start with the basics. And, we're a connected team as well. We are a team that we've only been together for a year, but we've been through so much already, and we've adapted to each other so far. So this is another step in a direction we want to go, and hopefully it starts off well tomorrow.
Greg Logan with Newsday.
I know we keep talking about the short time that your big three have been together, but James had to sit out those last 2 losses in May in Milwaukee, and you had great things to say about him and how he orchestrates things for you guys. What kind of difference do you feel it makes to have him back in the mix when you go against such a supremely talented team as this one?
I mean, we're going to have our full team together. It's definitely good to have everybody on the same page, everybody healthy, and we'll see what happens. We're looking forward to going out there and playing and trying to advance our season. We'll see what happens.
Brian Lewis with the New York Post.
Hey, Kevin, I know dealing with Giannis is like a 5-man job, but when you personally get him, whether that's whatever, picking him up in transition, it's a switch, what have you. When you get him, what is in your mind, what are the biggest keys to dealing with a guy like that?
Just playing hard, guarding your yard, guarding who's in front of you, keeping the ball in between you and the rim. It's tough, easier said than done, but that's the foundation of it, just playing hard. And, he's going to play hard, and we just got to match it.
Alex Schiffer with The Athletic.
Hey, Kevin, I got 2 for you. You touched on this a little bit, but, that in the regular season, you guys didn't have James in those May games, and that January game was without Kyrie. That was before Blake. Nick was still hurt. Just how much can you take from those regular season games, given that you were never at full strength against Milwaukee?
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have PJ and that first matchup against us. And they missed Bobby Porter's the second matchup against us. So, and they had a full team against us the third time. So, I mean, we can say that for both teams.
And then it's a small sample size, but in the Boston series, you posted up twice as much on possessions than you had in the regular season. I'm just curious if that's a product of what the defense has given you or matchup based or anything to that.
Yeah, man, that's a different series, different matchup. I mean, I look to try to get as close as I can to the rim, shoot efficient shots. If I find opportunities to do it in this series, I'll do the same thing. For the most part, I just want to be able to do everything. You know, if they're taking away a couple actions, I want to be able to adapt to that. You know, so I just got to be ready for anything.
Brian Mahoney with AP.
Hey, Kevin, just kind of wanted your take as you know, looking at this series with the quality of players on both sides. Does it feel like almost you don't necessarily see this many good players in, you know, this early in the playoffs, a second round kind of thing? You know, you expect to see maybe this many good players later on as it goes?
No, the league is full of good players. You expect that. You've seen in the first round. Played against a guy that can get 50, you know. We played against a guy that can rebound with the best of them. I mean, so you see good players, you know, more as you go advanced teams start to add different strategy and schemes and more experience as you go ahead. But it's talent all throughout the league. And, you know, we've been facing great talent, you know, from the regular season to the first round and now to the second round. So, you know, it's not a surprise.
Thanks, Kevin.